Hello, everybody. John Doe Mills here. And today, we will be answering once again another question.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Shooting at the ops, cause I run that block. Give me top, and my drop top.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. I am traveling today. I'm heading back home, so I had a little extra time for now in the flight, and I figured, you know what? Let's do another one. It is Monday. You know, maybe I'll do this weekly until I get bored or something. But anyway, I haven't. Oh, all right, my bad. I did just fix it. I did not add any of the different tiers. So anyway, let's get to it. All right, so this is, I don't know. I guess it's just whoever gets to night 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like, I think they're gonna actually survive these nights, and then obviously, like, this one's like, oh, they can beat Purple Guy, and then this one means they become Golden Freddy, which doesn't make sense lore-wise. But I'm basically saying that they could conquer FNAF. So that's all I'm saying with that. Anyway, going overboard. I think he makes it to night 2. This is crazy. It's the first time this character has actually made it past anything since the bottom. He's kind of lame. Like, I don't know. He's funny, I guess. He might be able to understand and adapt quickly to be like, oh, you know, maybe I shouldn't let these in. Like, he'd get freaked out. You know what I mean? Like, not all these characters are as stupid as I make them out to be. So, we got the clown. I feel like the clown, I feel like he's got enough knowledge of what's going on. You know, he's in a circus, he's got some clown things going on. I think he could whittle his way out to about night 3, and then it gets a bit too much for him. I think Foxy would get him. Airheads probably not making it very far. I mean, maybe night 2. Maybe night 2. 51st dates. I don't even know, dude. He's very good at adapting, but he's a very chilled. I don't know if he'd understand. Like, you know? I don't know. We'll put him at night 3. I think night 3 is probably fair. Anger management, definitely night 1. He's gonna get mad. And just he's gonna try to punch Foxy and be like, why don't you get out of my room? Or no, Bonnie shows up. That's right, Bonnie shows up, and then Bonnie's gonna kill him. So bedtime stories. You know what? Like I said, I usually give these characters the benefit of the doubt during this tier list. So we'll give him his nephew. Definitely not well, wait. Because his nephew has, like, abilities. I feel like they can make it to night 5. Just because of his abilities. If it wasn't that, the kid would be eaten so fast. But I don't know. I don't know if the kid's, like, incompetent or not. I mean, he's a kid. So he's very whimsy. He could be like, oh. You know what I mean? Actually, the animatronics are kids, technically, like in the game, right? And I feel like they're attacking Michael because they don't know who he is. They think, you guys got to correct me on this lore, by the way. I'm so out of date with this. But as far as I understand it, they see Michael as the purple guy. That's why they go and attack him. Because they're like, oh, he looks similar to him. Let's get him. That might be him. And it's not actually him. It's his son. Maybe I'm wrong, but again, I know for certain that the original animatronics, this is based on FNAF 1, that the original animatronics are the kids. The original 5 or 6 kids, however many it is. So if that's the case, I don't think they're killing this kid and Adam Sandler's behind him, and they'd be like, oh, this is fine. You know what? We're not going to mess with him. I still think they'd struggle a little bit. Animatronics do get a bit quirky at night, but we have to see. So Big Daddy would be looking for food, and he'd end up dying probably quick, or he'd fall asleep. I don't think he'd make very far. Maybe night 2 at best, but I don't know. Billy Madison at the same point, not very smart. It's a dumbass. Blended, probably not night 3, night 2. I don't think he'd make it past night 2 or 3. So, anyway. Bulletproof, I don't know what bringing a gun to this 5 Nights at Freddy's situation would really do. There's not much you can do to shoot the animatronic. They're literally possessed, so you can't shoot out like their electronics and cook them. I'm even certain that in the books, I may be wrong, that some of them even get hit with like weather and other stuff like that, and they're fine. Like, we've seen weathered animatronics and the electronics are fine because it's a soul moving the body. So I don't. With that being said, Bulletproof, I don't think he's getting past like night 2. He's okay. Ooh. Click. Okay, so there was a comment on the last video about how Click would not survive the Odyssey, and that's because, you know, just because he pauses the boat sinking or something like that, he wouldn't be able to get out of it because he couldn't unpause it without sinking. But he does have time for fast forwarding and rewinding. He can pause and he can move things in time. So it's, you've seen him interact. We haven't seen him interact with water, but in my opinion, I feel like the water becomes an object at that point. He's not going to fall through it because he can't. I think he'd walk over the water. You know what I mean? So he might be able to get to shore like that. He can move things, though. We saw him when he's slapping the guy. He moves his face a little bit. So he can, like, alter things in reality in this paused state. Yes, the whole point of these movies are different, like, stories being told. So obviously, you know, he made the point that Click was to teach Adam Sandler to take his time. And, you know, there's a whole point behind it. But obviously there's abilities with, like, we're putting it at face value that it's just abilities. It's the same with Pixels. Like, if we gave him that gun, he's like, this is a very destructive weapon because he's able to shoot stuff and turn it into pixels. So again, putting it with Click here, I think he'd be able to pause and just like leave. I even put him at purple guy because I think he'd be able to get away with quite a lot by pausing. That might be a hot take, guys, with Click. That's fine if you guys want to say that, but like, although genuinely I think he's going to be cooking here. I think Click is going to go make it. I'm going to think he's going to make it far, you know. The cobbler, like, okay, so I misunderstood what the cobbler was. I was thinking of like the pickler or whatever, which is what Seth Rogen played in, where he made pickles out of like cheap stuff. And you see that TikTok clip, if you know what I'm talking about. I think in this case, there's no shoes to be put on. If he puts on Michael Afton's, he's definitely cooked. If he puts on literally anyone else's shoes, he's cooked. I doubt there's a single pair of shoes that he could do. And with that being said, I think he's only making it to night 2. I don't really think he's going to make it much further than that. Maybe, you know what? I'll throw him at night 3. I put 51st dates in there. I gotta do night 3 for him. You know what I mean? No shoes, though, for him to put on. But I did not know that he had that ability. If he did that in Odyssey, he definitely could have just, like, LARPed the entire time and been cooking. 8 crazy nights. He's got cartoonish abilities, so probably night 3. But literally, actually, I'll bump him to night 4. He'll be our first night 4. Night 3 isn't too bad. I think night 4 is what would get him. He's got like crazy abilities and like moving around and stuff, right? And obviously we're gonna go against lore because in the lore you're technically Michael Afton, and this he's gonna be a bunch of different Adam Sandlers. Obviously, I don't think they would attack Adam Sandler because he's not Michael Afton, he's not William Afton. But for this, we'll say that the animatronics have like a spell on them and they're just gonna attack you anyway, right? Oh shoot, I can't say that because in Bedtime Stories it's cooked. We'll just put it as like a video game, I guess. It's hard to do like lore wise because again, Bedtime Stories would cook, you know what I mean? Wait, if I want to put him in the thing that they'd lose at. So he's gonna lose that purple guy because of the kid. So yeah, funny people. I don't think this guy's going very far. He's got an illness and he's a comedian. That's it. He's very slobbish too because he's about to die and he's like not having it. So I don't blame him. Grown-ups. I usually like to do this with the whole cast, which I think I will do here just for the fun of it. We'll put night 4 for these guys. I think they'll clutch up together. You know what I mean? I think Grown-ups 1 would get night 4. Grown-ups 2 would get night 5. That might be a hot take, but like, you're working with a team. You can just camp the door. That's all you gotta do. You know what I mean? And then one dude camps the camera on Foxy. That's all you gotta do. They would be cooking. It's kind of busted, but I'm not gonna put them very much higher than just the Knights. Honestly, I don't really think they'd beat Purple Guy. Happy Gilmore. He has a lot of anger issues, so probably night 1. I hate to say it, night 1 is probably all he's getting to. That might be a hot take. I might be doing a lot of hot takes this time. Guys, this is hard. Happy Gilmore would get pissed and try to attack the animatronics, and then he'd end up probably dying from that. He'd probably be like, piss off. I'm trying to practice my hockeying so I can get back into the, the ice rink. And then they'd walk in. He'd be like, didn't I tell you to piss off? And then he's dead. You know what I mean? So Happy Gilmore 2 would make it a little further because he's a little more mellowed out in the beginning. If he's drunk, he might be chill. I think he'd maybe like skim by night 1 with like some, you know, Netflix plot armor type shit, but I don't really think he'd make it much further. The Hotel Transylvania is definitely like Golden Freddy level. And this may be crazy to say, but I mean, we're talking about Dracula here. Dracula is definitely going to piece up some fucking animatronics. The only reason I say maybe not Golden Freddy is because Golden Freddy has a lot of like I don't know, he's a like a soul entity. He's not really an actual thing. I mean, he is, but he isn't. You know what I mean? That's why I'm putting him at the top. I think they could get past Purple Guy. I don't think Purple Guy would be able to do anything to Dracula. That's a crazy fight that I don't even think would be close. I think Dracula's winning. People forget who Dracula is. Obviously, this is a cartoonish version of Dracula, but Dracula would cook. Hubie Halloween, yeah. He's too nice, unfortunately. I think he'd die. It's unfortunate. Hubie Halloween, cool dude, but he'd be like, I don't even remember how he talked. I can't do it. He's like, put me on, coach. I'll play. I'm ready to play. And that was it. I don't know. Hustle, probably. You know what? Night 3. He's got some hustle to him. You know what I mean? He can move around. Plays a little basketball. I think he'd be understood to, like, you know, he's in a city, so he understands where danger's at. He'll understand these animatronics aren't, you know, messing around. So, yeah. Chuck and Larry. Probably night 2, maybe night 3. I don't think they're gonna do anything to animatronics. They're just firefighters. Like, I don't really think there's much to discuss, you know. Jack and Jill. Okay, so I did get this wrong, and I might have re-upped my answer in Odyssey, but apparently Jack and Jill, he's not playing a transgender person. He literally has a sister. Like, it is 2 different people. I thought that he was playing himself as the guy, and then he would switch into the girl and like was like doing something. I didn't realize the whole movie was literally just, obviously he's playing a girl like Adam Sandler, but there are 2 different characters. So we have to put them together. And in this case, I think night 4, I mean, I have to agree with grown-ups. We're like, I think they'd make it far. I think at the end of the movie, they start like locking in. Beginning of the movie, they're probably cooked. But yeah, again, I do want to reiterate that I did not know that. It was the same with the Cobbler. I've never seen Jack and Jill. Actually, you know, I have seen Jack and Jill, but it was so long ago that I forgot about it. So, someone also mentioned I should add Jay Kelly. I accidentally did the wrong tier list last time. Jay Kelly is on the list, just not the other one. So it is on here. Jay Kelly is probably going to make it to night 2, maybe night 3. I think night 2 is fair. Maybe like night 2.5. He might, like, there's like a chance to get to night 3, but I don't know. He's like a simple guy, you know? Just go with it. Definitely like a night 3 type of guy, but I don't think he's going much further. Leo. So long as he doesn't get stepped on, he could kind of just hide. How the hell is Leo going to, like, operate the doors? He's, like jumping from one to the next. You know what I mean? Like, this is actually kind of a crazy debate. I want you guys to let me know what you think about Leo. If you made it this far in the video, let me know what you guys think. Where do you guys think you'd put Leo? Because I actually don't know. I'm going to put him at, like, night 5, and again, that's crazy, but I think he's just gonna be able to hide. Like, he could just hide under the desk, and then the animatronics will be like, oh, okay, well shit. And then night 5's over. You know what I mean? I don't know how he's getting paid, but whatever. Anyway, Little Nicky. Okay, since he's on the level with Purple Guy, I mean, look, her father's a devil, right? So she has connections to hell, which is definitely where Purple Guy is at. She may even be able to gain favors with Golden Freddy. Like, be like, you know what? I'll make sure he gets tortured in the Infinite Nights. Maybe that's why the 50 animatronic thing that happens over and over and over again, that's Little Nicky. You guys aren't thinking. Put on your thinking caps. Little Nicky is doing that. You know what I mean? No, but I actually do think that would be a good connection that might actually help her out if she can get to the Knights. Which I think probably, just the connection alone probably seals the deal. Men, woman, and children. I forgot what this is about, so I'll just go night 1. I think they're just a normal person. I don't really think. I don't remember, honestly, what that was about. The same with this one. I don't think either of these movies are really anything special. He's like depressed, I'm pretty sure, in this one. So, gosh, I can barely read these. Married, it's like Married Man. I think he's going 2. I'm not really gonna harp too much on it. It's not really an Adam Sandler movie. Mr. Deeds. Oh boy, Mr. Deeds is too nice of a guy. He'd be like, "Come on, man, bring it in," and then he would die. Like his back would get snapped in half. You know what I mean? I don't think he's making it far, unfortunately, since he's a nice guy. Or he'd give him the 1 up and 2 and be a gentleman and like knock him over, and then Freddy'd be like, "My bad," and then he'd slap him and be like, "That's for trying to get me," and then he'd give him a little kiss and saying, "That's for being such a good friend," and then they would go happily ever after. I'm just kidding, he's dead. Murder Mystery. You know what? Murder Mystery 1 and 2. 1, they'd make it to like night 3. 2, they'd make it to like night 4. Maybe even night 5. You know what? Night 5, they'd lock in. They're a good team. They're a good team. I'm bumping them up. They're able to decipher some clues and solve murders. I think they'll be able to figure out. You know what? That makes a good point. If they survive the nights, which I will give them the benefit of the doubt, said they do survive these nights, I think they could solve the murders and even take out Purple Guy. I don't think they'd make it to Golden Freddy. I don't know if they'd be able to take out Purple Guy themselves. However, being as if they are detectives, I mean, and they got the Netflix, money lore stuff, I think they might be able to clutch up here and solve the murders and solve FNAF. It's just a hard take because they have to survive 5 nights, That's the only issue. And then obviously surviving Purple Guy. And we're talking about Springtrap, obviously, in this situation. Obviously, he's not just going to come at these people. They have a gun. He's just going to die. Which I'm pretty sure Purple Guy literally dies in the suit and then comes back. And then oh gosh, hold on. Damn. Anyway, let's move on. It's getting a long video. Pixels. Definitely like night 5. This dude's a video game player, so he'd figure it out. Punch, Drunk Love, night 1. He's too anxious and he's got too much going on in his head. I don't think he'd really make it that far. He's kind of like, I think he has autism in this. I'm gonna be honest with you, so you might be able to like decipher what's going on and actually like lock in, but that's a very big if. And, he is. I don't know. I don't think so. Rain Over Me at the same point. I don't think so. Sandy Wexler, probably night 2. Spaceman, probably night 1. I don't think he's making. He's a really old guy. Spanglish, definitely like night 2, maybe. Not even night 1. That's my boy, night 1. A lot of these are like bum movies. I'm sorry, guys. The Do-Over, definitely night 3. Got some abilities. I think he'd actually be able to make it pretty far. I don't think he'd make it further than that. The same with The Longest Yard. I think he'd make it to about night 3. Purely off of his game sense for football. He'd have some game sense here. I think he'd be like, oh, something's afoot. Ridiculous 6. Definitely getting to Purple Guy. I hate to say it, guys. This guy's cracked. Maybe he wouldn't understand what's going on. But, like, his abilities are nutty. He's got extreme accuracy. So I think he would actually be able to, like, take out their legs or something and survive. He'd be able to bounce around the room. I don't think the animatronics would even be able to get to him. It's ridiculous, but... I didn't even mean to do that. Oh, my gosh. The Water Boy. Probably not making it very far. He'd be like, here's some H2O. And then... shit. And then he'd be dead. The week of, again, probably like 1 or 2, man. I don't think they're... I put them at 1 because 1 is like super, it's a super easy night, but they still show up, Uncut Gems, he'd lock in. He'd lock in for a night and then he'd die. Wedding Singer, you try to sing them a wedding and then you probably end up dying on like one of the... He's he's got some movement to him. I think you might be able to figure it out. You're so not invited to my bed. That's not even an Adam Sandler movie. It's literally his daughter, but whatever. You don't mess with the Zohan. Zohan's definitely making it to Golden Freddy. This dude has got some crazy, weird abilities. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, that was Adam Sandler trying to survive the back rooms. Let me know what you guys want to see. There's been like 1 or 2 people that commented what they wanted to see, and they wanted me to do like an NBA like draft, like which ones are most likely to have whatchamacallit, super powers. And then there was another one where somebody wanted me to do, which Adam Sandler would like Gen Z brain rot, which I can do. It's probably gonna be an easier one to do, honestly. But yeah, just let me know. This is gonna be, I might do a video next week, maybe not. I'll be back home visiting, so we'll see you guys. But thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe or whatever. I don't really care. I don't do this for money. I just do this for fun. So just let me know what you guys want to see. Maybe eventually, if we get enough people watching these, we can do a like a Discord, and we could do like debates on like this stuff. I would love to have. I might have my buddies on at one point to debate some other stuff, and it can be other things other than Adam Sandler. Believe me, I've been thinking about doing a Jim Carrey one. We could even do a Matt Damon one. There's a bunch of different actors that we can go through and do for different scenarios. But yeah, just let me know, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.